Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. So I'm sitting here working on the newsletter that Abigail and I started last week called Roots and Wings for our list. And what I'm working on is healthy conversation because that is the theme for our month, or really our month leading into February with the newsletter is healthy conversation. And I'm going to touch on healthy conversation with self. Because really that is where it starts. How we talk to ourselves is how we let other people talk to us. And it's also how our daughters learn how to talk to themselves. They watch what they see, they integrate. So as I'm sitting here talking about this healthy conversation, or I'm researching it or I'm working on it with the newsletter, I realize that I'm interchanging healthy conversation and healthy communication like they're the same thing. And for Abigail and I, there's a clear distinction between communication and conversation for us. When we're working with our clients, we talk about the fact that communication is basically just that. You're communicating a fact. You're communicating an idea. You're saying, I have plans at 6:00 on Tuesday night and I won't be able to do X, Y, and Z. I'm communicating a fact to you. Conversation is discourse, right? You have to use your ears, have to use your mouth, and you're listening, hopefully with an open mind, and there's a back and forth. And you do need to learn how to do that in a healthy manner as well. But when you're talking self-talk, is it really conversation? Like, how do you interpret that? And for me, I've realized that when I'm communicating to myself, 9 times out of 10, I'm not being nice. I'm telling myself that I didn't do something well enough. I am, asking myself, what the heck? Why the hell did you do that? Something along those lines. When I'm having a conversation with myself, I am listening to my body, my needs, my intuition, as opposed to just telling me, why didn't you should have, etc., etc. So yeah, there's a clear distinction between communication and conversation for me. When I'm having a conversation and I'm being compassionate with myself, like this afternoon working on the newsletter, when I wasn't feeling very creative, I had told myself that's what I was going to do. So as it wasn't working, I was communicating how disappointed I was with myself that I wasn't getting it done. And I had to stop and take a breath and say, okay, this is something I'm unlearning. I need to have a conversation with myself. Why am I having a hard time right now? Is there something that better suits the mood I'm in that I can get done as opposed to this newsletter? And just kind of flip-flop. Like creating a video was something that was on my agenda for tomorrow. And so here I am. I had that conversation and I said, instead of beating myself up and forcing the newsletter so that it wouldn't come out probably as well as it could when I work at it, when I'm in a different, frame of mind, I had the conversation, well, what else can I do? What am I feeling? What is happening with myself? Nervous system regulation. And so, yeah, I think that's a long-winded way to say or ask, do you communicate with yourself? Are you negative talking? Are you letting yourself know how you let yourself down or others? Or are you having a conversation with yourself? Are you generally open-minded as to why something is happening, why you're resistant to something, what's going on, and can you honor that and flip-flop? Or, no, you know what? Let's just do some stretches and get back to it. The answer isn't always, I don't have to do what I set out to do. That's not always the case. Sometimes when you have a conversation with yourself, it really is, I just need to get the juices flowing, right? And then sit back down. Really, the point is, ask yourself when you're having these interactions with yourself, are you communicating a fact that you've already predetermined or pre-thought, or are you having a conversation so that you can listen to your inner voice and your inner wisdom to move with, I guess, non-judgment would be the word I want to use. Yeah, I think that's all I have. And if you want to check out our newsletter, send me a DM. I can send you a link to get on our list. All right, I think that's all I have for today. Guys, enjoy your evening.